I'm Claire Cutland. I'm the Scientific Coordinator for FITS Alive, the African Leadership in Vaccinology Expertise. CIVIS is a group of European universities, and FITS University is collaborating with the CIVIS Alliance. The CIVIS BIP is a blended intensive program, and this CIVIS BIP is a short course, CIVIS course on maternal and neonatal immunization. The CIVIS blended intensive programs combines a combination of online virtual learning over a couple of weeks, in addition to a physical mobility component, in which the students who participate in the course have the opportunity to visit different sites. And this is the first year for this particular course. It's the first time that the students participating in this CIVIS BIP have travelled to South Africa to do their physical mobility component at Wits University.
For us, it was essential to have the in-person component happening in South Africa. This is the first time it happens in the context of the CIVIS BIP, and the massive burden of disease globally is happening in the South. So it's very important that students from the North, from the South, meet together and talk about how to address this challenge.
My name is Vana Papaevangelou. I am a professor of pediatric infectious diseases at the University of Athens in Greece. And I am one of the faculty members of this CIVIS blended program on maternal and neonatal vaccination. I'm here with 4 of my master's degree students, and we're all very excited to be here, getting a lot of experience and input from a completely different setting, a place where maternal vaccination is a success, whereas in Greece we have a long way to go. It's an it's a country with a very low percentage of maternal vaccination. So we have a lot to learn, and we have a lot of things to think, getting back from this experience. And we hope that with my next generation medical doctors, we can make a step forward, and a lot of brainstorming to do and work together to make things better.
I'm Bersawi Makashakasaye. I'm from Ethiopia. I'm a clinical research fellow at Hararghe Health Research Partnership, which is a partnership between the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and Haramaya University. The most interesting and a bit of an inspiring part of my stay here has been going to the clinics and actually getting to visit the clinical trial units and getting to see how clinical trials are executed in a real life time, and also getting to see how, despite several challenges that you might have in clinical setups, and we visited the hospital, the Baragwani Hospital, the most need for the clinical trials and the contextualized versions of the vaccine effectiveness studies to be done is in these sites. But there are lots of challenges. But having visited the clinical trial units and getting to see the several projects that have been implemented in this site for the past 25 years has been really interesting to understand that it is possible to implement such studies under several constraints and under several challenges, which I'm pretty sure are quite rampant in other African countries, and definitely from a country that I have come from, which is Ethiopia.
So my name is Oussama Souleimani. I'm from Brussels in Belgium, and I'm currently in an ongoing master in biomedical sciences. I think it is really important as a foreign student from Europe to have seen all the challenges and the workforce actually involved in South Africa Health Department, especially when it comes to clinical trials and maternal registries, all this neonatal deaths and prevention. It is really different from Europe. In my country, everything is really digitalized, everything is really specific. There is maybe more means. Here, I can see really the involvement and the motivation from all the workers and even the community that really allow it, even with a lot of challenges, to be efficient and cost-effective.
Hi, I'm Dorothea Stathaki. I'm a medical doctor from Greece, currently training in pediatrics. I have a background in global health, and I'm currently doing a master's in pediatric infectious diseases. So I was impressed by the ongoing research that's going on. They're doing some impressive work on vaccination programs and clinical trials, and I am impressed by their dedication and how many things and programs actually are going on at the moment. I didn't know what to expect when I arrived here, but there is some great work that's been happening. And maternal and neonatal vaccination is a field that it's progressing, and I think the research that's been done here, it's giving a great amount of information about moving forward in this field.
So my name is James Tumusime. I'm originally from Uganda. I'm a former vaccinology master's student at University of Vets, and currently I'm working at Uganda Virus Research Institute, doing some immunology work there. So yeah, it's been very, very informative. I think it actually has exposed us to the capacity that's within the context of South Africa. And because for the most part, we are of the perspective that majority of the work is actually happening mostly outside of Africa, but not within the context of Africa. So we actually got exposed to the facilities that are being used within South Africa, the projects that are being run within South Africa, and the collaboration that actually exists between South Africa and various other organizations and entities. And that actually shows us that there is capacity being developed, there's capacity that has been developed over time, and there is that critical assessment of the problems within the context of South Africa, and that is also being resolved by various experts, again, within the context of South Africa. And I think one of the things that actually stands out is they aren't doing it simply by themselves as South Africans, but they are collaborating with various organizations and universities in Europe and in Africa as well as a region, and that actually helps build the capacity not only within Southern Africa but also Sub-Saharan Africa, outside of South Africa, and maybe in the global world. So it makes it easier to actually transfer information, knowledge, and technology across various institutes and organizations.